Hello, hello, hello! I cover a lot of games on this channel via reviews, lists, or just playing the games. What I haven't looked at is the newly announced games, and there are some interesting titles that have been announced this week. So let's take a look at these newly announced games from this past week, and please leave a comment because I'd love to hear from you what you think about these games. Well, let's get into it. First up is Parkour. I love this title. In this game, you're playing the K9 009. If I recall correctly, there is like a movie series about dogs and cats that are talking and are like special agents. It feels a bit inspired by that. And then of course, definitely James Bond and Splinter Cell. You're in the game trying to save the world from evil forces and cats, apparently. The game will have some bizarre villains and some entertaining action. I think it's a good thing that this game doesn't take itself too serious. It is a game about a dog being a special agent. From the trailer, it looks like you will be playing in third person. There are tons of gadgets it seems like to use. Like they show off a grappling hook. And by the name of the game, movement seems to be a key factor. And then you also have an AI sidekick named Alfred. A.L.F-red. So a bit of Batman in this one as well. And in regular stealth fashion, you can choose between a stealthy approach or a guns blazing approach. All of this sounds really fun. Can't wait to see some actual gameplay from this. The release for this game will be sometime next year for both PC and consoles. Then we have a Gravelord. This is a new boomer shooter. Personally, I haven't played many of these boomer shooters, so this might be a good place to start for me. It comes with all the staples of a boomer shooter. The looks, the fast-paced action, insane weapons, and lots of enemies to kill. And then you of course have a bit of navigation and secrets to find as well on each level. No procedurally generated levels here, everything is handcrafted, which I found rarer and rarer nowadays in indie games. In the game you can collect tarot cards to boost your power and gain some additional combat options. You upgrade your weapons of course to unlock additional fire modes and different synergies. It sounds good, sounds like you will have some flexibility in how you choose to play. The game will come with a level editor as well, so you can create your own levels, which sounds amazing. I love the game's setting and aesthetics. I wonder about the story, but that never seems to be the focus in a boomer shooter. No release window for this one yet. Alabaster Dawn is another one that got announced this week. This one is right up my alley, an action RPG that reminds me a lot of Secret of Mana. This one is developed by the same studio that made Crosscode. Never played that one, but it's in the same style as Alabaster Dawn. And you can see that they definitely learned a lot from making Crosscode, as it looks a lot better and seems to play a lot better as well. They've gone for a very vibrant color palette, which I like. It's kind of 2.5D graphics. I think it looks amazing. The combat looks good as well, looks fluid with a bunch of attacks and abilities, as an RPG should have, you know. And from what I have read, the combat is inspired by Devil May Cry, Kingdom Hearts, and of course the previous title Crosscode. So a lot to live up to here, but hopefully they can pull it off. Each weapon in the game will have their own skill tree as well, kinda cool. It doesn't seem to be a crazy amount of weapons though, but there are other RPG systems in the game as well to enhance your character with. And the game will have a grand story that takes around 30 to 60 hours. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything else, but that's a long game. But yeah, definitely right my alley. I will definitely check it out when it drops. No release window for this one either yet. Similar Cross is also a game that got announced this week. I for sure thought this game was gonna be co-op, but that might be because it looks so much like Warframe. But to my surprise, it's a single-player game. I like the futuristic neon vibe the game has going for it. Yeah, it's a bit close to Warframe, but looks to be a bit slower in the gameplay approach. This is a third-person shooter with the roguelite elements. You can play 3 different characters, all with their own weapons, skills and power-ups, the regular formula. You have the sharpshooter that is focused around long distance combat, you have Barrage, that'll fight in close range with pistol and SMG, and lastly you have Rapture, who is also focusing around close range combat, but uses a shotgun and grenades instead. Here the levels are randomly generated, but I mentioned that the parts are carefully crafted, so I'm guessing they have crafted a bunch of interesting rooms and then just mashed them together randomly. And on each run you will have unique random power-ups and upgrades to change and evolve your character with. All pretty standard stuff. There is a demo for the game. As it is a roguelite, you will also gain passive experience to equip and power up your character before you start a run. Nothing here screams like this is going to be the most unique game, but I like the look of it. But yeah, I think it's all going to come down to the gameplay and how this actually feels when you play it. No release window for this one yet either. Let me know down below what you think of these games. Hopefully I can make this a recurring video series or a weekly series, depending on the amount of games being announced each week. Thank you so much for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.